Okay, so how do we get a specific user? That's so that is basically when we go at regress. Yes, you should be able to see this now. Oh no, so you don't see it. So when we go to regress, a single user, you make a request to the particular URL with API/users/2. So when we look at, we can copy this data. If we want to implement that in our API, so this is the backend stuff. How do we do this? Well, we can just create def get single user, and the API of that was something like it would take a username, user ID. What you'd need to do is we need to give it a root. Root API/users/ and then we have our user ID. And it needs to be a string, obviously. Yeah, we can make it a single quoted string. And now we have a user ID, and then we could return, we need to normally look it up, but let's say return something that is basically this. So return JSONify something that in Python is that particular data. So how do we do that? We create a Python-based dictionary that matches this. So what does this look like? So comma ID colon 2. So it's basically almost the same as JavaScript. So we can put that, we can just copy paste this in, and that should give us a Python object that matches the thing. So when we now restart Flask, we can then say, okay, when we do our request to API users to, it will return us this avatar blah 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 blah. You can see that the order has now been completely messed up. That's because a dictionary is an order independent structure, but that doesn't matter. So yes, you could also create the text yourself and return the text. In this case, we just do it this way. So yes, so this is how you would implement that. Obviously, you'd want to, in reality, you would want to look up the user from a user's list. So like I did, for example, here. So you can have a user's property. So our user's property here isn't really correct, or doesn't match the res/rec user's property. So what we can do is we comment it out. We just create a new user's property. So, or you can use this also as a way for the user's list, obviously. So we say user list is a list of users. So we just take user 2 and we say, can we store this user? We might also have an earlier user. So user 1 so let's say Paul, etc. And so yes, you'd probably have a different avatar, etc. So the actual data here doesn't matter, but now we have a user list, so we can actually return JSONify, or let's look down here. We make this a little bit tidier. We copy basically this one because this function implements the right functionality but not the right API. So with user ID, in this case, we are talking about user ID in user list, we call it. And so user list, user ID, and then we call it user. And then we just JSONify the user. So we reload Flask now. And we can say, okay, we want to get users 1. It says, oh, missing user. That is something it shouldn't be doing. So yeah, the IDs are numbers, so it needs to find those. Yes, needs to convert that to int. So perhaps so this particular should work. Or we just do that and dot size count dot count yes, my Python is rusty at best. So we ask if it's smaller than the length, we get the, and no, we don't need to, user int, we get the user, and so reloading Flask, this should work. Then we can get the user, and now we get, yes, we get Janet Weaver with ID too, because what we're using is indices. So we want to make this really nice. We could say, okay, -1. That's the easiest way. Or you could start your IDs with 0. It is nicer if you say, okay, which one has that particular ID, etc. So in this case, so we would possibly even want to remove the ID from it or something like that, but we don't need to. There is a way of just taking getting there's probably a way of finding an element from the list. Look at Python, but do it the easy way. Don't make it too hard on yourself. So this is how you would get a list single user. Obviously, you can use array slices to get a list of users, to get the first 6, the second 6, etc. So this is the way you would get your API, how you can re-implement the API.